At a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Cougars get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's late.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Buffalo.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back to throw now on first down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is, for this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
They'll try again. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
112 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 4. Again, Patterson.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Brandon, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cut.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
3rd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Patterson will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Chicago, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.